Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you know that your circumstances are not great and you have convinced yourself that you can't do anything about it? Today's reflection is for you. Hello, welcome to today's edition of Reflections with G. And if this is your first time here, thank you for tuning in, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. I've titled today's reflection Accepting and Believing, and you will see why in a minute. When I turned 50, or just before I turned 50, I wrote a list of 10 things that I wanted to achieve before I turned 50. I was able to achieve 8 out of those 10 things, and there were 2 things that were outstanding on that list. I turned 50. A few years later, those 2 things are still outstanding. I haven't achieved them. A few days ago, those things popped up on my list, and I thought, why have I not achieved this thing? Why is it difficult for me to achieve that thing? And I started to do a reflection. I started digging deep, trying to find out what the reasons were. What was stopping me from being able to achieve these 2 things? Why was I not able to achieve them? And in reflecting, I was able to look at the benefits of me achieving those 2 things. And I suddenly realized how much better and how much wholesome my life would be if those 2 things have been achieved. It was a certain wise man who said something about when you change the way that you look at things, the things that you see will also change. And that for me is so clear. Straight away, I'm no longer seeing the limitations. I'm actually seeing windows of opportunities and open doors. But the one thing that was clear to me was I was able to identify the reason why I hadn't achieved those 2 things. And this brings me to you. Are you, like me, stuck in that situation where you don't know what to do and you think that there is no way you can come out and you keep going around and around in a circle? It's time for you to do a bit of a reflection. It's time for you to think about that situation. Think about why you are in that situation. So the first thing you want to do is to accept that there is an issue. Accept that there is a problem, there is a need, there is something that needs to change. Once you have accepted that, you now need to do a reflection. Why is this thing happening? Why have I not been able to change? What is stopping me from achieving it? Once you have done that, you now need to think about the advantages. There is no greater motivator than seeing the outcome of a thing. When you know the end game, when you know what you stand to achieve, it actually motivates you to do the things. And guess what? It's not just about motivating you, but it also helps you to see clearly the steps that you need to take in order to achieve this thing so that you can move on and reach your self-actualization. What am I saying in essence? It doesn't matter what it is that you're finding difficult at the moment or what stage you're in. What you cannot afford to do is to sit down and do nothing. You have to take that step. Accept that there's a problem. Accept that there's a need to change. Look at the things that you need to change. Believe that once you have done those things, the change will come. And then you act on it. But I know that there are times that these changes don't happen so quickly. And sometimes you've done everything and nothing changes. That's when you need to seek for additional support. What more can I do? Maybe you need to reach out to people who are experiencing the same things that you're experiencing. Maybe you need to check on the internet for people who have ideas around that thing. But what you cannot do is doing nothing. I hope this has been useful to you. Remember, don't just sit there, make that change. And until I see you next time, have yourself a fantastic day. God bless you.